Jonathan has urged Nigerians to team up for the nation to move forward as elections are over. Jonathan, who stated this after a closed-door meeting with President Bola Tinubu at the State House, Abuja, also called on the political leaders, especially former presidents, to come together to ensure the citizens do not suffer. The former president also asserted that the ability of Nigeria to lead the African continent has become a consensus among African countries, stating that Nigeria has all it takes to lead the black continent despite the current economic challenges facing the nation.
I've been involved in a number of things in West Africa and in Africa. In fact, tomorrow I'm going to Kenya. On the 14th, I will be in Liberia for the rerun elections. That is what we've been doing. So I'm like a roving ambassador, seeing how we can bring peace to the sub-region, to the continent, and indeed, our country. This happened actually, it's almost like a week ago, but we couldn't. And today, it now coincided with the judgment of the Supreme Court yesterday. So it was an opportunity for me to also congratulate Mr. President, and we talked a lot about the country. And so you'll soon see me, because there are certain things we discuss, and the country must move forward. And elections are over. So
he updated President Tinubu about his regional and continental engagement and also congratulated him on his victory at the Supreme Court.
Yes, that is what all Africans are saying. I had the program, my foundation had what we call Democracy Dialogue, and Professor Lumumba spoke. He emphasized the need for Nigeria to take a lead in Africa. Because, yes, we have challenges economically now, but we still have what it takes to lead. And these are some of the issues I will continue to have a conversation with Mr. President, including briefing him on all my foreign programs, because they are not personal issues. As traditionally, former presidents go outside the country for these continental, regional programs, even some international. They come home and you tell their president. So that's the tradition. So most of the time when you see me here, it's because of this thing that we must do, and to move Nigeria forward, to move ECOWAS forward, to move the African continent forward.
Your Excellency, with the current state of...
That's what exactly I've been saying, because we need to bring everybody, all our political leaders, including all the former presidents, together. We will not be fighting. If we fight, like this common saying that when two elephants fight, the grass suffer. If top leaders continue fighting, they will not suffer that much, but the downtrodden will suffer, and we want to end all this tension and so on. So we move forward.
Meanwhile, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Abbas Tajuddin, has called on opposition political parties in all Nigerians to work with President Bola Tinubu to move the nation forward. Abbas, was speaking with State House correspondent in Aso Rock Villa, Abuja, who congratulated President Tinubu on his victory at the Supreme Court yesterday, stated that the victory was not only for the President and the ruling All Progressive Congress, but also for all Nigerians.
Judgment from God. To God be the glory. It is not something unexpected. It's something that we have been waiting. We know ultimately what we heard today is what is going to be said. But the fact that it has come at these early hours, we have nothing to say but to say thank God to Nigeria, thank God to all the good people of Nigeria who prayed for this particular day, for this historic victory. I think this time around, after this pronouncement, we have no excuse but to go back to business as usual, to go back and reset our agenda and see what we can be able to do for the people of Nigeria for the next 3.5 or 4 years. They should take heart. There is always one victor at a time. This is Asuaju's time. They should all take heart, come and join hands with him so that we move Nigeria to a greater level.
Thank you very much.
Other APC chieftains, including the party's national chairman Abdullahi Ganduje, said President Tinubu's victory is a revalidation of the mandates which the Nigerian people gave him in Nigeria's electoral and judicial process.
Only for APC is a success even for other political parties and a success for Nigerians. This has indicated that democracy is getting matured in Nigeria because politicians, after election, instead of resorting to, infight, resorting to causing confusion, we resort to the judiciary, and this is what this has shown that democracy is in action. So I think what we can learn from this judgment is that Nigeria has come of age as far as democracy is concerned, because we believe in the rule of law.
Thank you.
First and foremost, we thank the Almighty Allah for making this possible for us. Nigerians have spoken during the general election. They elected who they want to lead this country. And as usual, those that were not able to take the defeat decided to go to the courts, and which is constitutional. And what they did is the right thing. And they have gone, and everything has been exhausted now. And the Supreme Court has clearly made it that a winner has emerged, and that winner is the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, in person of His Excellency Ahmed Bola Tinubu. He's going to be the president of this country until 2027. And after 2027, we go for another election. And if he wins again, he's going to be the president of Nigeria. So what his opponents did by going to the court is the right thing. And for the peace and stability of this country, all the judicial issue has been exhausted now, and it is now time for governance. And I believe that with the renewed hope agenda of Mr. President, the eight cardinal points of Mr. President, I think this country has seen a renewed hope. And I believe that even in my position as Chairman Finance Committee, I have seen some of the policies of this government, which of course we've been expecting that a bold leader should do. And that is what Mr. President have done. And I believe within a very short time, we'll start seeing what has been drawn for a very long time. You know, Mr. President has been in this for a very, very long time. And he's very well prepared and ready to administer this country to where we should be. The message to the opposition is that we should take this victory as a victory for all of us, including them. Because what it is that there is no victor, no vanquish in this, since the Supreme Court have decided, and it is the highest echelon of judiciary of justice in this country, and they have decided. So, according to one of them, said he's going to leave it to he's appealing to God. So we all appeal to God to give us the right direction, where prosperity and hope will be renewed on all of us.
Thank you very much, sir.
Excitement of joy, anything that deals with the courts, kind of holds you back. So once you know that the Supreme Court, it's made a judgment, it's quite exciting because now we're going to move ahead. I know that our President, His Excellency, President Tinubu has great plans for the nation, and particularly like in my state. And I wouldn't want us to miss out on that at all. So his victory is not just a victory for the nation, but particularly those of us who are quite warmed up to be on the same page of growth and development as he is intending. It is a larger victory for all of us, and that calls for the nation's celebration. So it's a cause of joy and excitement. Bed, I mean, put to the locker means so much to me as a person.
And you can see the exercise started, from the primaries to the elections to the court cases, and now it's over. So I think it's now time for everyone to get together so that we can rebuild our country. rebuild the economy, support Mr. President, and I'm sure Mr. President will be more than happy to call on all those, even those who have taken him to court, to call on them to come and give their contributions, because as far as this country is concerned, we need everybody in order to move on. And I think that's the right direction to go. So I